I know it's that time when you don't have any sports, you got to talk about something, right?
Here comes the two-headed Vic.
I don't even want to show it.
Talk about sports, NBA in the air, all about the sports. Triggy Vic. Oh, there's the Matrix Vic. Yeah, boys and girls, yeah.
All right, okay. He feels better about that. Let me press my button over here. I got a button I have to press. See, this is the bad part about my segment. I have this transition where I have to record this segment, and it happens right at the time we transition. So I'm caught between juggling what I call our backup to backup to backup.
You know what? I see that the system's over here in great operating order.
I know. Don't focus on it. I know that.
Yeah, I guess you can let it.
Well, yeah, it's too late.
It's hard.
It's too late.
Hard. We multitask.
Right. Or whatever
multitask up here.
Yeah, that's right.
Up in this place.
Yeah, say the right thing. Say the right thing. All right, you guys. Bottom line is that I've already questioned this. I said, look, do we need some controversy in the NBA playoffs for it to be fuel for higher ratings? And so what story are you going to hang on to right now? There's no bad boys on Dallas Mavericks, on Oklahoma Thunder. They can only milk Westbrook so long. The Grizzlies are, a success story. Miami, you got to wait to get to the NBA championships to say, okay, now we have somebody we want to go against, if anyone. And then, of course, Boston, because they are a story, but you can't milk that as long because it's obvious what they're going through. So I say they actually are going, and I actually believe
it's like
this.
the NBA version of erectile dysfunction. That's what Boston is going through. It's getting heavy but not hard. So they responding. They responding, but just not the way that you kind of wish you could have back at age 25. Did I make a good analogy?
That's a bad
analogy. They do have a response, but it just
analogy.
ain't the same strong, hard response.
That's a bad analogy.
It's heavy but not hard.
Yeah, obviously the young folks are going like, that's not a thing we think about. Obviously,
I'm trying to help them out by warning them. They should have warned us.
How many times warning worked for you?
I wish y'all had warned me. I would have been a little more active at the end.
Yeah, it's too late now. All right, you guys. I got to go back to this because it's important. I actually said, you know what? The best thing for Bynum or the media is that they milk this story even longer because they need some fuel on it. And why is the Lakers still a story more so out of the playoffs, more so than Dallas being covered? Well, of course, here's the bottom line. He actually looked or claimed that he watched the tape of the video and said it was a terrible hit he had on J.J. Barrera of the Mavericks. Okay, Mark.
You know what, Vic, too? Let me say this. I'll say this, Vic, because most of the time when people do these incidents, they come out with this prepared statement. This one really, really, from the style of the writing, really seemed to be a personal statement that he wrote. Maybe it was just me, but it wasn't like the typical canned apologies that you get from everybody where their press, their PR person wrote it.
Right.
This actually seemed to be his own expression.
Well,
and so I give him credit for that.
Well, everybody, let me stop and not say everybody. A lot of media, I don't know what counts more, the fans or the media. A lot of folks are saying that, was it sincere? They question sincerity of it. But remember, who's putting out that they're questioning the sincerity? The media.
Well,
I'm not going to question that.
Wrote, at least it seemed like something he wrote. It wasn't written in that style that's all like, on this occasion, I would like to advance the idea that I am sorry. It wasn't written like that. It was written more like a personal note.
Right.
And that's what, at least it seemed like he wrote it and it was from him. That's the part that I liked, as opposed to something that you get up there and read.
Right.
And like it's the first time you've seen it.
Right.
I wish to acknowledge my participation in the summary events on the afternoon.
You sound like Dr. Martin Luther King.
Okay.
All right. No.
I miss my impression sometimes.
I'm saying this. Okay. Everybody knows they're going to follow up on this story because Andrew Bynum did get fined, and he's going to be out 5 games.
The first 5 games of next season.
Yes. The whole point is this. Nobody even...
Charles Barkley said that's going to cost him $700,000.
Okay. Charles, I think that's
games, he makes $700,000 in 5
Mario,
games.
Nobody cares about next season until next season's being played.
I care about that $700,000 though. Charles said $700,000 is going to cost him,
and Charles has been penalized a lot, and it hasn't deterred him whatsoever.
If it's $700,000, that's kind of.
Well, I think it's good money
I was about to say,
don't want to lose.
Some people said he should have had 10 game suspension.
Yeah, well,
Charles said it should have been 2 or 3.
Well, I'll say this. I'll say this. 5 games for hits like that. I go, so this 5-game suspension, I wish I could have gone out and got the comparison of hits that warranted 5-game suspensions. I think this is an extra penalty, and I think the way they interpreted it was if it was at the beginning of the game and maybe towards in a tight game, I don't think it would have got the severity. I think they looked at it as a cheap shot on a team losing badly at the last 30 seconds of the game, and it wrapped it up even more. Hey. So I look at it with the factors included that they pushed it over the top on this one. Because there's been worse shots like this without 5-game suspensions. He deserves to be penalized. But 5 games, I don't know.
You know, you used to be able to spank your kids. Can't spank your kids. So that's my point. What used to be harsh is not now considered torture.
Right.
What used to be harsh, okay?
Right.
So it is a different day. We're not used to it. So what today is considered harsh is different.
Right.
In our day, if your parents punished you and you got slapped one time with a hand, you thought you had just got the lightest punishment ever. You were like, oh, you're almost ready to party, right? If you got hit one time with a hand. First of all, anytime you got hit and it was only a hand, you was happy. Nowadays, that's abuse.
Right. And look,
so Bynums, what Bynum did by today's standard was horrible and shocking.
No.
It was a disgrace to the NBA.
No.
Now, if we were to go time warp back to 1985, that's just playing good, strong basketball.
And I'm not going to even take it that far back.
It's the truth.
I'm not going to even take it that far. I'm going to take it, I keep saying, it's
pre-millennium?
No, I'm saying this. I said, there have been situations where I think the timing of this, I said, you guys really went and said, you're losing so badly, you did this with 30 seconds to go. And I said, I think you guys wrapped it up heavily in that part of the penalty. I said, if it was a tight game, first quarter, I said, do you think he would have got 5-game suspension? He would have got a 1-game suspension. The game would have continued on. It wouldn't have been wrapped up in a loss already.
No. Particularly because it was at the end of a losing effort where you have no chance.
Right.
Particularly because of that makes it, to me, more flagrant. See, to me, it wasn't in a close. It was like you're getting your ass kicked. So now you're just going to hurt somebody.
Right.
So I'm going to be extra.
I know.
You notice I said 2 extras. I didn't even say 1 extra.
I know.
I said I'm going to be extra hard on you.
Right.
So to me, I was looking at 10-game suspension.
Nah, not me.
Hey,
not me.
But you know what? Because it's a different day. You know what, Vic?
What?
They give you a technical for showing anger toward the ref. You don't even have to cuss at him. You can just turn around and say, "Oh, gee, ref."
Right.
Technical.
Right.
You can't even show hot face.
Right. In other words,
to the ref, right?
They want the culture of the game not to get really nasty.
No taunting. You can't even show, like I said, you can't even if you say, "Oh, gee."
Right.
Oh, heck, ref.
Right.
Jeez.
You can't
ref,
say
you can't even do that. You get a technical.
Right. So the part I'm saying is, let's just look at this. My question to this is, I'm not going to question the sincerity. I have some options as to where I think time spent brought in some scenarios that I just like to question and put out there. You don't have to agree with them. I just said, well, let me see. How long did it take for that apology to come up from Andrew? Well, I said, before I decide, let's consider the options. Andrew is sincere about the apology and needed time to appear sincere. Or
he just needed time to cool off.
All right. The other part, wait a minute, let me go. He really did not see the tape because his video player was broke. Maybe that's a reason. Or Andrew's PR council management was still on vacation, so he needed for them to return. Or remorse is a big word, and he needed time to think. Why so long between?
Take time to chill out.
How much time does it take?
To me, I don't think it doesn't. What do you mean so much time? When, you know what's cracking me up? Where's the apology scale and shit? People are saying there's out there. There's this meter on apologies that says this apology is early, this apology is late. No offense, in my time, if you apologize,
leave your time alone.
2 weeks later, that was soon.
No,
depends what it was.
None of your leave.
Depends what the crime was.
Care about your
How
time.
long did it take you to apologize for cheating?
Yeah, wait, you still in
Took you
Panavision.
about 6 months.
He's still in Technicolor world.
So what I'm saying is this: I think his apology was timely and speedy.
Wait a minute, this is Mario defending the Lakers.
It was timely and speedy, his response. People act like it was delayed. I go like, by whose? I said, how long it take you to apologize to your wife? I bet you took longer to apologize to her than he took to send that message.
How would you know what marriage is like?
I'm just saying, all the men, whatever you did, damn it took you longer than that shit. I don't even know what you did. But whatever you did, it took you longer than Bynum's apology.
Okay.
Asshole. Put the mirror on yourself.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to America, the world, out there, all you sports fans with your judgmental ass. Turn off that damn sports and go give your lady some attention.
You guys should ask Mario what makes him happy. And I think I already know because we saw the happy video. So we're going to give him a break on this one.
I wasn't happy with the Lakers' loss. I just wasn't sad.
Yeah, I know that. I know. And honestly, let me just say this. I agree. I always say it's extra sensitive times, and they're doing everything to increase what they call the globalization of basketball. That's why a lot of this is happening.
The young man did well, Vic. To me, the young man did well. Even though I didn't like what he did, I was pissed off. I liked the way he came back.
Did you hear?
I read the thing.
Okay, what counts? I didn't
hear anything, but I read the thing.
Let me say this. J.J. Barrera actually commented this morning and said he's a good guy, great guy. Known him, talked to him beforehand, know what he is. He didn't add anything to saying
this extra. What I'm saying.
I said, so the part that gets me here is,
yeah,
I just sat there and said, he says, oh man, he's a great guy. I mean,
so that's right.
Wonderful.
People do stuff. You know what? Sometimes you would do this to each other playing basketball. You'd be sorry. I'm sorry, man.
Right.
You get mad and you still go eat. You still friends. You're just pissed off about the basketball.
Right. See, and look, it may look like what I'm saying is why did it take so long? But all I'm doing is reflecting what questions are out there. And yes, sincerity doesn't have a time limit. I agree.
Trying to be a hater. You're trying to hate on Andrew.
No, I'm not hating on Andrew, man. I'm saying this. The part that I compliment with Andrew, because I'm thinking like the team, the ownership, and everybody says, you know what, we need players who know how to get into the grind and elevate their level. So to me, I go like, this is a reward.
Bill Laimbeer of the Pistons did that like every week.
And what year are you talking about?
I have to miss. You have to go back.
How far?
That's way back. That's why I said
late 80s.
Okay, well now it's sooner. Now you're trying to make it sound sooner. I'm just saying a bunch of them were throwing elbows. You know what? No offense. Kevin Garnett did that. Like, did he not?
I said that
regularly.
I said
5 years ago.
I am trying to say.
So you're right. We can bring it up. I think you can bring it as soon as 5 years ago. That was in Kevin Garnett's regular repertoire.
Thank you. I mean, most of the time, everybody was going like pins and needles on Artest. He turned into a wonderful guy as it relates to not being explosive, a protector on the floor. Now we get Bynum, and all of a sudden what people are doing is responding to a person here that they're not even looking for, and they say, oh my God, that's so severe. I said, just go the last 3 or 4 years, 2 years, and watch.
It's different now. It offended my sensibilities.
Okay, I'm changing up
now
the game.
I'm different.
I'm changing up the game. Let's go into the next subject.
I wanted. Can we get a hug?
Okay, going to the next subject.
Can everybody just get along?
I'm going to the next one. Okay, Chicago Bulls defeat the Hawks 95-83 yesterday. And the one thing that I think a lot of us was looking for is what Mario and I talked about this when you say, when do you hit the player when the player now says, let me get nasty on you. Let me take it to the next level. And the person that I was talking about with the Chicago Bulls happened to be Carlos Boozer. And to me, he got nasty yesterday. I said
he did.
He did. He got nasty.
He was picking his nose, scratching his butt. What was he doing?
That's
something disgusting.